Shalom, Yasha'Allah, Shalom, Shalom, Shabbat, Shalom, actually. Call Yahweh Shem Yahushai, Ashar, New Moon. All praise to the Most High for another opportunity to carry out His perfect will, to Lord willing be used on the right hand side of righteousness, and to just continue to try to offer forth good works, good fruits, bring good fruits unto the Lord, try to prove ourselves worthy of being saved in that day, if that be His will. All praise to the Most High. As you can see, all hell, all type of chaos is breaking loose on the earth. And we can see these prophecies continuing to unfold. And things are speeding up. Things are speeding up. All praise to the Most High. So let's start in the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 3. We'll start at Habakkuk or Habakkuk, however you say it. Chapter 2 and verse 3. It says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry." Right? So once these things get rolling, as we can see that World War III is right here on the brink. Once these things get rolling, these things will not tarry. These prophecies will continue to unfold at a rapid pace. Lord willing, how we can see through the Spirit. And we got to get ourselves prepared, because there's bombs being dropped over in the land of Israel, and there's rockets being sent back and forth from kingdom to kingdom, nation to nation. And these prophecies, Salakia, are unfolding right before our eyes. So we have to get ourselves prepared for what's to come. And we know that that is through the precepts, Jacob's trouble. Jacob's trouble is to come, and we know that within Jacob's trouble, persecution is to come upon the men, women, and children of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, those who are in this truth, those who are striving to keep the commandments to the best of their ability, will undergo a different type of persecution than those who are not, right? So I want to go over some precepts that the Lord will help us stay strong in that hour, in that day, in those days where we're facing persecution, right? Let's get the book of Lamentations, chapter 3. Let's get the book of Lamentations, chapter 3, Lord willing. Now, these are just going to be some precepts for you to, think about while going through these type of things, right? Let's first, matter of fact, let's drop this. We'll come right back to this, Lord willing, through the Spirit. And Salakia, if I'm, not projecting, not that loud, feeling a little sick, but all praise to the Most High. It's not going to stop the word. And He's been allowing me to recover at a good pace. So all praise to the Most High for that. Amos. We're going to go to the book of Amos, chapter 8. And start at verse 11. Salakia. This is Amos, chapter 8, starting at verse 11. It says, Salakia, "Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst of water, but of hearing the words of the Lord." So that's on its way. Pretty soon, the men, women, and children of Yasha'Allah across the world is not going to have the men of the Lord and the teachings of thereof in the streets and on YouTube and things of that nature at their disposal. They're not going to be able to just walk outside on the Shabbat or, any other day that the Lord puts the Spirit on us to go out and have the chance to hear the words of the Lord, right? It's going to be too late. There's going to be a famine of the word. And that's also going to apply to us as well. So there's precepts, there's accounts, there's things that we want to be able to refer back to on our spirit, be able to remember where these things are, be familiar with the accounts. So when we're facing times of persecution, there's precepts that we'll be able to think upon that'll help us stay strong in our faith and, not, Lord willing, not turn our back on the Lord. Lord willing, not give in to Esau and his wicked ways of, trying to get us to denounce the Lord and things of that nature. So there's going to have to be precepts and accounts that you can think back on and remember and be able to, Lord willing, get you through alongside of prayer, obviously, alongside of prayer in times like that. It's just also the word, being able to, when you can't pull out your phone, you can't go to the notes section in your iPhone, and you're not going to have your so-called notebook with you. It'll be times where you're on the run and you can't even, those things won't be at your disposal. And you might be in some sort of FEMA camp. You might be in some type of damn torture basement. You never know the things that you're going to be going through throughout this persecution. So you want to get rooted in these accounts to where, will help you build your faith up, help you stay strong, and help you see, Salaki, Lord will see things through to the end. Right? All praise to the Most High. Let's get the book. Now let's get back to this Lamentations chapter 3. And bear with me, everyone. Bear with me. I know, like I said, I'm a little sick, so moving and thinking a little slower, but all praise to the Most High. We're gonna get through this, Lord willing. It's Lamentations chapter 3. We're gonna start at verse 55. It says, Lamentations 3 and 55. I called upon thy name, O Lord, out of the low dungeon. So kind of picture yourself, in this situation. Picture if you were, low, in a low estate in a dungeon, kind of away from your family. You may be hungry, you may be cold, you may be hot, you may be sick. Anything that you could be going through, you got to call upon the name of the Lord and remember things like this. It says, Thou hast heard my voice, hide not thine ear at my breathing, at my cry. And you're going to be crying out to Yahweh Shem Shai. You're also going to have a high level of trust, thinking back on these precepts and remembering what the Lord said he will do in these times. If you are obedient to him and if you keep that strong faith in Yahushua Mashiach, it says, Thou drewest near in the day that I called upon thee. Thou saidest, Fear not. You see that? So, when you're going over these things, you're going to remember, hey, I can't fear these men. I can't fear what these men can do to me. I can't fear, what they may be thinking of, Salakia, what they may be thinking of. I can't allow myself to be overtaken with thoughts of persecution or torture or anything of that nature. I have to call upon the Lord and remember that he told me to fear not when I'm in these low times. Verse 58 says, O Lord, thou hast pleaded the causes of my soul. Thou hast redeemed my life. Think about how far the Lord has brought you, even when you in a time of persecution. Hey, didn't the Lord say that these things were going to happen to his saints? So just think about even being in a position to be, one of the ones that is going through the things that the Lord prophesied and told you that you would go through for his sake. And that's an honor to even do such, right? It says, O Lord, thou hast seen my wrong, judge thou my cause. Thou hast seen all their vengeance and all their imaginations against me. And the Lord is going to know of all these things that Esau and these various nations are thinking of when it comes to, trying to get you to denounce the name of the Lord, say, I'm not an Israelite, I don't serve Yahweh Shem Shah. They're going to be trying to get you to say all manner of wickedness. And they're going to be coming up with many wicked ways to do so. But the Lord already knows of all the devices. He already knows of all the things that they plan to do. It says, Thou hast heard their reproach, O Lord, and all their imaginations against me. The lips of those that rose up against me and their device against me all the day. Behold, their sitting down and their rising up. I am their music. Render unto them a recompense, O Lord. according to the work of their hands. Give them sorrow of heart, thy curse unto them. Persecute and destroy them in anger from under the heavens of the Lord. And you see that? These are the type of precepts that you're going to have to be thinking back on, man. And understand that, hey, the Lord already knows what they want to do to you. He already knows the wickedness they're going to be thinking of. But you got to remember and pray that the Lord brings a swift recompense upon them. Bring a swift recompense and destroy the heathen. Give them sorrow of the heart and curse them. It says, persecute and destroy them in anger. You got to remember that if you, stay 10 toes down and allow the Lord to guide you through your persecution and everything that, they want to bring upon you, then you will, Lord willing, be taken up. You will be rescued. You will be saved. And you'll get to see the downfall of your enemy. Those same ones who was just wickedly imagining all type of damn folly to do to you. You're going to see them be destroyed right before your eyes, Lord willing. So those type of things are comforting in a time of persecution. Let's go to Matthew chapter 5. Let's go to Matthew chapter 5. And we're going to start at verse 10. It says, blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. You see that? And the kingdom of heaven is yours if you're persecuted for righteousness' sakes, man. And you stand 10 toes down. You don't bend. You don't give in to the wickedness. It says, blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. And you're blessed if these things are happening to you, man. And you got to remember that. Even when you may be feeling like, man, damn, they done whipped my back up and damn cut fingers off. Esau is damn pouring hot wax on my feet and just doing all type of craziness to me. But it says you're blessed when those type of things are taking place for the sake of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. It says rejoice and be exceeding glad. And you kind of might be thinking like, man, brother, but how, if those type of things is happening to me, how am I going to have a spirit of rejoicing while I'm damn getting the crap beat out of me, man? It says, and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. That's how, my brother, my sister, because you're thinking about that reward that will be great for you in the kingdom of heaven. And you're thinking about this too. It says, for so persecuted they, the prophets which were before you. And you're thinking about all the things that your forefathers, the mighty prophets, the mighty apostles have went through before you did, right? You're thinking back on everything that they had to go through. And you're thinking back on the persecution of Yahweh Shai, man. And how, if they, Salakia, man. And how the precepts tell you, if you suffer as Yahweh Shai suffered, then you will abide in him. Paraphrasing, right? All praise to the Most High, man. So we're just going to be going through some precepts that the Lord willing help you stay strong through times of persecution, man. Because these times are on the way. These times are on the way. They're coming very, very quickly. It's one thing, I always say this, it's one thing to imagine and think about, when these things will come into play and when it'll start happening. But to see with your own eyes that it's truly here, that there's war going over in the land of Israel and it's fitting those prophecies, and the things that are next to come, hey, all praise to the Most High, man. You understand that these things have to take place in order for us to get back in the righteous rulership. This is 1 Peter chapter 3, and we'll be starting at verse number 12. It's like it. Verse 12. For the eyes of the Lord are over the righteous, and his ears are open unto their prayers. But the face of the Lord is against them that do evil. And who is he that will harm you if ye be followers of that which is good? See that? It says, who can harm you, man? Who can really do anything to you if you be a follower of which that is good, a follower of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, right? Those things that they can imagine and think of and pull out to do to you, man, those things are nothing, man. And that's the way that you got to have it in your mind. That's how you have to think about these things while you're going through those things, man. This is nothing, man. And the Lord told me that you can't destroy. You can only destroy my body. You can't destroy my body and my soul. You can't destroy my spirit. And the Lord said that there's a great, glorious kingdom waiting on me on the other side of this. That's how you really got to be thinking about it. Like, man, what would really be the point of me, denouncing right now and what, just to live for what, another, who, God knows when, a couple days, maybe a couple weeks, and then to have to suffer the fire for eternity? What would really be the point in that, man? Don't fear what these men can do to you. And we're going to get that in the book of Matthew chapter 10. Don't fear what these men can do to you, man. Don't fear their forms of persecution. It says, and if ye suffer for righteousness' sake, happy are ye, and be not afraid of their terror, neither be troubled, man. Don't be troubled. Don't be scared of the things that they can do, man. If you get put in a position to suffer for the sake of righteousness, for the sake of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, you got to be happy at that, man. You got to jump at the opportunity to do so, man. I, for one, and Lord willing, this is the type of spirit that stays on me, man. I would love to be one of the ones that has to die for Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. I love to put my life on the line. I would love to go through persecution, go through torture, go through terror, go through trouble, because I know that they, Lord willing, can't break me, Lord willing, through the Spirit. And I pray that that Spirit stays on me, and the type of thoughts that, of understanding that, hey, man, that's a kingdom waiting on the other side of this, man. So do what you wish, do what you will. But I'm going to call out, I'm going to cry out to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and I believe wholeheartedly in my spirit, in my mind, that he's going to come, he's going to rescue us, and he's going to destroy you. It says, but sanctify the Lord God in your hearts, and be ready always to give an answer to every man that asketh you a reason of the hope that is in you with meekness and fear. So kind of think about that, kind of picture that. Being ready to answer a man that asks you for the reason of hope. Think about being in persecution with your brother. Say you in a camp, a FEMA camp, or you got caught in the damn wilderness with a brother or sister that, was in your body, in your camp, right? And they kind of looking over at you. They looking weary. They looking weak. They crying. And they asking you like, hey, what reason of hope do we have? You got to remind them of these precepts. You got to remind them that the Lord said he's going to come and destroy them, to come and curse them, and to come and put everything that they did to you back on their own head. And that if they endure to the end, and that they'll be given the crown of life, and they won't have to worry about these type of things anymore. You got to be able to be in position, Lord willing, to help your brother or your sister get through these type of things, man, and persecution. It says, having a good conscience, man, it's lucky, that whereas they speak evil of you as evildoers, they may be ashamed that falsely accuse your good conversation in Hamashiach. For it is better, if the will of God be so, that ye suffer for well-doing than for evil-doing. You see that? It's better for you to suffer for righteousness, for well-doing, than for evil-doing. You damn give in to what Esau is telling you, and you hungry, and you go ahead and take that damn pork platter that they putting out for you. All you got to do is denounce the name of the Lord, and we'll give you this whole platter. And we know you like lamb chops. We know you like this. We know you like that. And you go ahead and do it, man. And then what? And they kill you anyway, man. And now what? You done ate and then got murdered. And now you done turned your back on Yahweh Shem Shai. So there is no kingdom for you, man. You gotta stay strong, Lord willing, through the Spirit. It says, for Christ also hath once suffered for sins, the just for the unjust, that he might bring us to Yahweh, being put to death in the flesh, but quickened by the Spirit. And you gotta be ready to go through that same thing, man. You gotta be ready to die for Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Through the power and spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. It's an honorable thing to die for the Lord, man. It's an honorable thing to die for the Lord. Let's go to the book of Romans. We're going to keep it moving, Lord willing. We're going to keep it moving. Got camp in a little while. Got to get prepared. Take some medicine and whatnot, Lord willing. Romans chapter 8 and verse 35. It says, who shall separate us from the love of Hamashiach? Who? What situation? What person? What man? What damn anything can separate you from the love of Yahweh Shai, man? Are you gonna let anything come in between you and Hamashiach Yahweh Shai? Let's read. It says, shall tribulation or distress or persecution or famine? Are you gonna let a troubling time come between you and Yahweh Shai? You're gonna let your time of distress to where you lonely in the bottom of a prison cell and you cold and there's damn rats in the damn cell biting at you. You don't have no damn shoes on. Esau done took your shoes and your socks. And they done took your damn fringes and put you in a prison jumper or persecution or famine. Are you hungry? They keep trying to offer you damn pork and lobster tails. Are you going to give in and take that and separate yourself from the love of Hamashiach? Or nakedness? Amen. That may have you in there with no damn clothes on. Or peril or sword. Right? And it might be sitting you in a damn chair and just kind of cutting you. Cutting your arms. Making little cuts in your flesh, man. Torturing you, man. But are you going to remember the love of Yahushua Mashiach? Or are you going to be separated from that love? From going through persecution? These are the type of things that you have to think upon, man. And these are the type of precepts that you have to remember when you get weak in those days. If you get weak. Lord forbid that you do. Lord forbid that I do. In those days, these are the type of things that we're going to want to be able to think upon and refer back to, man. The love of Hamashiach. And how we can't let anything come in between the love of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and ourselves. Be ready to take whatever they throw at you, man, Lord willing, through the Spirit. Let's go to 1 Peter chapter 4. This is 1 Peter chapter 4 and verse 14. Man, Salaki. Get a headache. Man, let's keep going though. It's not going to stop the word. It says, if you be reproached for the name of Hamashiach, happy are ye, for the spirit of glory and God rested upon you. On their part, he is evil spoken of, but on your part, he is glorified. And if you reproach for the name of Hamashiach, you got to glorify the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and be happy for that reproach. Be happy for the things that they try to do to you. Be happy that the Lord has put you in a position to be even able to go through these sufferings. Go through things that Yahushai went through. And that's an honor, man. Salakia, bear with me for just 1 second. Come, we back. All right, let's go to the book of James. We'll go to the book of James, chapter 1. James chapter 1, and we're going to be reading verse 12. It says, "Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him." You see that? You got to remember the promises of the Lord too. And you got to fully be persuaded, convinced, and believe in your mind, in your spirit, that everything that he has promised is going to come to pass. Don't you dare for a second let damn temptation, persecution, damn torture, anything of that nature ever let you even imagine that the promises of the Lord won't come to pass. The Lord always keeps his word. The Lord has never found a liar. Anything that the Lord says is going to come to pass, hey, that's going to happen. And that's the type of things that give you strength, and knowing that the one that you're crying out to is the most reliable that there's ever been. There's never been a time where he didn't do what he said he's going to do, and there never will be a time. You serve Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. There is no one greater. So you got to remember that. And you got to remember that he's going to allow his son to give you a crown of life if you endure temptation, man. If you endure persecution. Let's go to Romans chapter 5. Romans chapter 5. And we're going to be starting at verse 3. Romans chapter 5 and verse 3. "And not only so, but we glory in tribulations also, knowing that tribulation worketh patience." It's going to take patience to get through Jacob's trouble and persecution, because only the Lord knows how long these things are going to last. And Jacob's trouble could be 6 months. You could be getting persecuted. You could be getting beat on, reviled for 6 months straight. And it could be for 1 month. It could be for 3 days. It could be for a year. And we don't know how long these things are going to be. But we know that tribulation worketh patience. And you're going to have that spirit of patience, that spirit of strength, that spirit of belief on you to be able to get through things of that nature. It says, "And patience, experience, and experience hope." And the things that you will be experiencing in those times should bring you hope. It should increase your faith and your hope, because you remember what these precepts taught you, and that the Lord is on his way. It says, "And hope maketh not ashamed, because the love of God is shed abroad in our hearts by the Holy Spirit, which is given unto us." All praise to the Most High, man. You got to remember the love. It says, "For when we were yet without strength, in due time, Hamashiach died for the ungodly." You see that? Hey, you can only hope and dream to be put in a position to prove yourself worthy and to go through even remotely the type of persecution that Yahushua went through, man. He was beat, spit on, damn, stabbed in the side, nails in his hands and in his feet, damn thorns on his head, blood raining down his face, man. Talked about like he was just a dog. This is the Lord that they did this to, man. So who are we to not even have the desire? You should have a desire to go through this type of persecution, man. You should want to do these things for Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Lord willing. This is Revelation chapter 3 and verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Hey, there's a chance that you may not even have to go through some of those things, and that's a blessing too. Don't for a second think that yes, of course, it's a blessing to go through those things for Yahweh Shem Yahushai. However, if the Lord keeps you from those things, that doesn't mean that you're not blessed. It just means that's what the Lord has for you. So keeping the word of his patience, which is the law, statutes, and commandments, and the faith in Yahweh Shai, he said, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation. Hey, you might go through Jacob's trouble with everything that you need, right? Men, women, and children. Some of you might go through these things with everything that you need and not want for anything. And, just be okay through Jacob's trouble. And get beamed up, Lord willing, on those chariots. It says, behold, I come quickly, hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. Meaning, don't let anyone, anything get in between you and Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Don't let any form of persecution, which this is what the lesson is about, cost you your crown, man. The Lord willing, stay strong through the Spirit. It says, him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my God. And these are the words of Yahushai. And he shall go no more out. And I will write upon him the name of my God, and the name of the city of my God, which is New Jerusalem, which cometh down out of heaven from my God. And I will write upon him my new name. And this is all that we're striving for. This is what we're working for. This is what we're here for. This is this whole thing being delivered, being confessed to his Father in a good light and righteousness, overcoming, getting the crown of life. He says, I will write upon him the name of my God. These are all the things that we are striving for, everything that we're crying out to the Lord for. So in that day, when the overcoming is right on the cusp, don't give in. Don't bend. Don't get weak. Don't be weary. Keep that faith. Keep that strength, Lord willing, through the Spirit, man. And don't fall in the time of persecution. Let's go to Luke 18. We'll get a couple more precepts, Lord willing. Man, I'm feeling a little worse than I thought, but all praise to the Most High. Let's get Luke chapter 18. Luke 18 and 7. It says, oh, this computer kind of tripping out. It says, Luke 18 and 7, and shall not God avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he bear long with them? Hey, do you not believe that? Do you not remember that the Lord said everything that they do to you is going to be avenged? So stay strong through it. See through it. Keep his word through it. You got to remember that the Lord said, hey, make it through this, endure to the end, and you're going to see me come and avenge you. I'm going to come for you. I'm going to destroy them for you. It says, I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Hey, that's in a hurry, man. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth? That means we're going to be going through so much that this question had to be asked. It's going to be such perilous times that Yahushua said, shall he come? Shall he even find faith left on the earth? Are you going to, is there going to be anyone that still believes that the Lord is going to come and avenge them? Is there going to be anyone that still believes that the Lord is with them, that he hasn't forsaken them? You can't get those thoughts in your mind, even if you're going through hell in these days, through Jacob's trouble. If you're one of the ones that's catching all type of damn crazy, mad wickedness from these damn heathens, and you've been separated from your family, and you getting beat daily, and you can't be one of the ones, Lord willing, our heart and prayers desires that none of us would, but we know that some will. That you gotta, Lord willing, pray that you're not one of the ones that loses your faith in those days, man. You gotta just stay strong. That's why you gotta now get built up in that faith. Lord willing. Let's get just a few more. So like here we gotta do it to the Apocrypha. Salakia. Alright. I got many more, but we're just gonna get two more. Lord willing. We're just gonna get two more. Ecclesiasticus. We're going to Sirach chapter 4. This is Sirach chapter 4 verse 28. It says, strive for the truth until death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. That's what you gotta do, man. Strive for the truth until death. It don't matter what they doing to you. Hey, I'm keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of my ability and faith in Yahweh Shai until I die, man. Lord willing. Hey, they could be damn putting me in the damn guillotine. They could be damn tying the rope up, getting ready to hang me. It don't matter what's going on. You gotta strive for the truth until death, man. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. That's what you gotta be saying. You gotta call out the name Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And they telling you, hey, denounce, or we about to damn take the sword and cut your damn face off. Hey, cut it off then. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And we don't give a damn what you do to us, man. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And that's what you got. That's the spirit that you got to be in, man. Cut it off, man. I don't need this damn face, man. The Lord is going to bless me with a body that you won't be able to harm, Lord willing. I don't need these damn arms, man. Cut my damn feet off, man. Cut my damn tongue out, man. Hey, thrust me through, man. I'm striving for the truth until death. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. We don't give a damn about none of that. Man, I'm over here. I'm sick, but I'm getting turned up in the spirit, man. Kind of got me moving around a lot. You know, hurting my head a little bit, but all praise to the Most High, man. All praise to the Most High. Let's get one more precept. Second Edges, chapter 16, and verse 74 and 75. This is Second Edges, chapter 16, verse 74. Hear, O ye, my beloved, saith the Lord. Behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for God is your guide. You see that? All praise to the Most High. That's the things that we got to remember, man. And I'll probably do, Lord willing, a part 2 to this. Lord willing, do a part 2 to this, and come back with some more precepts that brothers and sisters can, think upon in times of persecution. Get built up on these things now. And these are the times where we want to be building up, stacking up righteous works, Lord willing, through the Spirit. So, when these times of persecutions come, the Lord will put you in a position or have you built up in a way that these things will be easier for you, Lord willing. And remember that he said he's going to shorten these days for the elect's sake, right? So all praise to the Most High. Definitely enjoy coming and, Lord willing, empowering Yasha Allah, those that are striving for righteousness, and in a sense to where you can, you know, get built up in the faith, man. Get built up in the strength, get built up in the love, Yahweh Shimmy Shai. And I pray that everyone carries out the rest of the new moon to the best of their ability. Call Yahweh Shimmy Shai, Shabbat Shalom. Going out to camp, Lord willing, be used on the right hand side. Call Yahweh Shimmy Shai, Shalom.